don't think wind is going to do it. It's not magical.
You hit the nail on the head as far as what the solution, and I think the misconception is that if you're somehow tied to oil and gas as your livelihood, that you're anti-environmental. Like that's completely a myth. Most people who are in, well, many people who are in oil and gas like to fish and hunt and play golf and like clean air. We're not anything. We're not any different than anyone else, any other reasonable person in that regard. Like the days of Standard Oil, where it was the monopolized and all that greed, a lot of that, most of that has been called out, particularly in the States and in Western governments.
Right. Yeah.
Now that still runs rampant in places like Saudi Arabia. So to my point, if you take the incentive away from responsible producers or producing countries, the demand's not going to change. And just as you said, like it seems like we're saying, like both sides of the argument are sort of agreeing to the same thing, that there is a change that's going to happen and should happen. It's about it feels like the environmental side or the leftist side, by and large, is just completely unreasonable as far as the timeline and unwilling to discuss that part of it. And here's the reality, which should make everybody happy, is that we are, despite all the political posturing, we're actually getting there. And we're getting there through vehicles like this one that we're in right now. So the mile per gallon equivalent, when you do the math, and again, is factual, this gets something like 130 miles to the gallon equivalent, really, right? Yeah, right. Is that right?
That's probably about right.
So that, to me, is magic. So we should be so happy about that. But
it still runs on hydrocarbons.
You got it, man.
Let's face it. But more efficiently.
But to the tune of like multiples, like four multiple, even stay in this lane. They put in this.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember
useless
what it is now.
Skateboard ramp that is supposed to be for bicyclists that don't exist. But
I see a couple of them. They're not all over the place.
Yeah,
it's mostly to take out people's transmissions.
Exactly, or dent your nice rims. So I think if we would just, first of all, like the zero emissions borders on the license plates are just a lie, and that we shouldn't misinform the public that Teslas are zero emissions. Just to your point, that electricity has to come from some other source, and currently 75% of it or so is coming from natural gas. Natural gas can be, we have so freaking much of it, it's coming out of our ears. If you would let it be produced responsibly, you could curtail a lot of the other, right, as a bridge plan, while we figure out over the next 30, 40, 400 years how to harness solar, wind, and hydro, right? But we're not there yet. Right now it has to be subsidized to the point where the pump prices get to be $6, $7, and middle-class people can't go on vacation because you're taking what would cost 5 cents is now 50 cents because you're subsidizing wind.
Right. That's what I say usually, is this car runs on hydrocarbons and government subsidies.
Right. I mean, how much sense does it make to have a $115,000,
Are you here?
Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah, take a $115,000 car and then provide subsidies to people to buy it. Those aren't the people that need subsidies. Here's a rebate for $15,000 for this, cardiologist buying a new Tesla.
I got you. No, me too. I didn't get mine by the way.
Hashtag me too.
Hey, thank you.
Take care.
Have a great day. Thanks for the conversation.
Yeah, you too. This here Gregadeth.